Welcome to Higher Caliber.
Dang.
I can do it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Higher Caliber. It's me and Jerrod in the studio today. Episode 41. 41?
What's up, dude?
Nothing, dude. We're just grinding it out. It's time to do another episode.
Yep. It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. It's just me and Jerrod in the Beat Lab today. I don't know why I keep looking at that camera.
Thanks for watching.
It's because I can see you in that camera.
If you've been watching us this whole time, I want to say thank you for still listening to us.
Yeah. Actually,
unsubscribe right now.
It's actually a big moment, and I'm glad you brought the monsters today.
Why is that?
Because I'd like to toast.
Toast to what?
This is 1 year
Since we built the studio. Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Here's to 1 year.
Yeah.
Cheers to 1 year. Refreshing.
Typical white boy things.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
We're back, baby.
We're so fucking back.
Did you watch the debate last night?
I did.
Did you laugh the whole time?
I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I sat down. I was at work.
Oh, you sat down. Yeah. Now I know you're giving me your honest opinion.
Bro, I was getting my steps in yesterday.
Okay.
I was doing my laps. Anyway, sat down. I wanted to go to bed, but because I've been going to bed early, trying to, take care of myself. But anyway, sat down and I'm watching. In like the first 2 minutes, I got mad.
Why?
Because it was like, it was the first question. I don't even remember what the first question was, but it was Tim Walz, right? He totally didn't answer the question at all. And I was like, I'm going to watch an hour and a half of this bullshit. And I was just like, I don't know. But I got up, got something to drink, sat back down, and I was like, okay. And then, honestly, for, judging it by the other debates that I've seen, not just this election, but, in my debate career, I guess, that I've watched, it wasn't bad. They actually were civil, and they let each other talk for the most part.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, I kind of wish these were our presidential candidates.
I also heard that as well. I think it went okay.
It made the Tim Walz guy more likable, I think.
I think so, too. At first, I was like, dude.
But his answers, like, he said he was at Tiananmen Square.
Right.
And then he wasn't. And his only answer, it used to be, I misspoke. Then he's like, I'm a knucklehead. Like, Tiananmen Square was a pretty big deal.
Right.
And he's like, I was there. I'm just a knucklehead. But the whole time I was thinking JD Vance was convincing him. I think he realized, like, I'm way in over my head. Because he's like, I'm a union guy. I'm a hunter. And then he's just like, I'm in way over my head.
I thought the moderators were just...
They did. Besides that one fact check thing.
Yeah, they weren't bad. But I'm going to tell you what. Now, look, I'm fat,
Wow. Self-love.
No, I'm just saying, I can't, I'm not the one to like judge people's appearances, but I was definitely fucking judging.
Who were you judging?
The chick if you look at the TV on the right, dude, her eyebrows, dude, I thought she was smuggling caterpillars in that thing. I was like, whoa. Like if you're like everybody in America is watching this, right? And I'm like, can't somebody like be like, hey, girl, you need to fix them. You need to fix them eyebrows.
Yeah, that's because the hot ones are conservative. So
I know.
Ouch. Sorry.
That's why I asked. I was like, hey, can we just flip to Fox News? Like, it doesn't work that way.
They're not going to do a Fox News thing.
Yeah.
No,
there's no way.
JD Vance was like masterful because he really made him put his guard down where he's like, he went to the point, I think he thought he was going to have to fight him all night because up to the debate, he was saying things like, I'm playing duck hunter or whatever it is. This is more combat experience than Tim Walz has ever had.
Yeah.
And he was like digging on him. But not one time did he hurl a personal insult. And it was kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll be your friend. Just don't pick on me anymore. He's like, come on, buddy. Just, yeah.
I definitely got that vibe.
It really threw him off, I think. He's just like, oh.
And I've never watched JD Vance like.
I think it's also weird that we're talking about a vice presidential debate. like the last time anything remotely happened in a vice presidential debate was like the fly that flew around on
I'm going to be
Pence's
honest.
head. Like nobody watches vice presidential debates.
I don't think I watched the last vice. Yeah, I don't think I did.
Yeah.
You know, at least it wasn't a core memory. Like,
nobody
that's trending
nobody
right now.
really cares.
Core memories are trending, by the way.
Yeah.
Right now.
It was interesting though. It was
yeah, I thought it was
Vance
good.
cooked. He cooked the whole time.
He speaks very well.
Yeah.
You
he
know? And I was even thinking to myself, because like, you know, like
he went to Yale.
Did he?
OSU and Yale.
I was thinking to myself, like, I know we produce things and talk to people on a platform or whatever, but I was just thinking, like, if I was in that seat, right? I'm not versed on world politics. Like I'm sure that they are briefed and, you know, up to speed, but I'm like thinking, if I was sitting there, like, as you know, answering these questions, I'm like, how could I keep a straight fucking face and like just spill it out?
Dude, that would be tough.
You know, like,
I don't think people give enough. I give anybody credit who can just stand there and try to do it.
Well, and I was afraid for Tim Walz, because the first few questions, he was like,
the first question, he went,
yeah, like, he's like swallowing his nuts, man.
I'm like, I know that face, dude.
Oh man,
yeah,
he's got jitter voice, like,
yeah, it's like, but you want to make fun of him, but then you're like, imagine you doing that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. I was like, man, what if that was me? Like, fuck, I don't know. But anyway,
it was good.
I think it was a good debate. I think JD Vance totally.
Yeah.
But I think he did it respectfully.
Yeah. And you know what? Like what you were talking about when we first started talking about this, to your point with like, nobody answers the question. Yeah. The whole time JD Vance was like, I'm going to answer your question. And then he goes, now to your question. It's like, I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was a little, I was curious at first, because he was like, even on the first one, he's like, before I get to your question, I'm going to talk about myself, which I was like, oh, and they only have 2 minutes. And I was
I'm like, he's totally not answering questions.
He's going to skirt this question. But then he was like, you know what I mean? And some of the questions were, I mean, obviously very,
he could have had so many slam dunks, like personal insults, that he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't do. But like, I did like the fact that he was like hammering on Kamala Harris. Like, he's like, you know, actually, it's not the immigrants that did this. It was actually her policies. But then again, like, I almost feel like, you know, they were talking about there wasn't a lot of mention of Joe Biden's policies.
Joe Biden, I think, I think Tim or JD Vance said Joe Biden one time towards the end.
Yeah, it was all her. You know,
yeah.
And it makes you, you know, I feel like Joe Biden.
That's a smart way to do it, though, because you don't want voters to be like, yeah, he's talking about Joe Biden, but we got Kamala.
I think it is, but it almost brings more light to like, has she been running the country for the past?
No. Joe Biden hasn't either, dude. It's the deep,
I know,
deep state bureaucratic.
I know
state. Like, we're in a proxy war, but it's with like Russia and Israel just declared war on Iran. Do you think those two, like during the hurricane, Joe Biden was in Delaware on the beach. Mm-hmm. Kamala Harris was like in California getting her nails done or some shit.
Right.
Like, they don't run the government.
Right.
But when you're debating somebody, they do.
I think it was a really bad move not to be there for them.
For the hurricane?
Yeah.
Yeah, really bad.
I mean, they should be there right now, or at least do something.
Yeah.
And I haven't been following everything, but.
Well, they're like, we don't want to get in the way.
Come on, bro.
And it's like, you can't.
Is Trump there?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, you haven't seen that? Do you think he's going to miss that?
I wouldn't.
He's got a GoFundMe look up his GoFundMe since he got a computer.
Okay.
It's at some millions of dollars, but.
So it's Trump's GoFundMe for the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which GoFundMe is a terrible organization, by the way.
So what's better?
Give, Send, Go.
Give, Send, Go.
Yeah, GoFundMe will just straight. I don't remember what they did. There was a huge thing.
Is it just because
they like shut people's things down because it was like they didn't agree with what it was going for and like things like that.
Kind of like a Facebook censorship.
there was a huge thing with it, and I watched a lot of Tim Cast, and he always talks about if you're gonna send money, use Give, Send, Go, because GoFundMe's basically ruined it. I can't remember the exact details, so I don't know. If you're president, if you're DJT, are you gonna miss the opportunity to go down there? Honestly, whether it's political or, I mean, come on.
Right.
She could have made a 30-second video, like,
For sure.
because they're like, we don't want to get in the way. It's like, we know personally you're not going to go save people, but we want to know that you care, at least that something's going to happen. You're going to help, but no.
I'd like to actually find the link. So it was set to raise $1 million. It's already raised. I think I just raised
something.
It just passed 3.3. 3.3 million raised as of Tuesday afternoon. So, and it is what, Wednesday now? Yeah. So
that's chump change.
They've got some big donors.
Elon Musk is sending internet to everybody. Did you see that?
I did.
The media doesn't give him any credit because
that dude does a lot of stuff, man. What do you think about him? I heard there was talks about like him, like
in the Trump cabinet, basically.
Maybe not being in the cabinet, but
yeah, not officially in the cabinet, but it was like,
but kind of working closely and getting some stuff done.
Was it government efficiency? I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said he's really good at cutting out the fat.
He chopped 80% of Twitter's staff, and their run's fine.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I'm just saying, if anybody else did that, it doesn't necessarily mean that can scale to the country. But let's be honest, the dude's
got resources that nobody else has.
The fact that somebody is willing to take that position, I think, was a good thing.
Yeah.
And I
think he's qualified.
Yeah. I think we're cooked.
As a country?
I think we're cooked.
Or just you and me are cooked?
No, we're cooked, but the country's
fucking cooked.
The country's cooked, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
like, honestly,
I know, like,
and I think this is what they want. Like, even if Trump wins, I think they know he's going to win, and they're just going to hurl us into World War III, and then they're going to be like, look, he got us into World War III, or he can't get. We're going to be so entrenched that the freaking Lockheed Martins and everybody, like, dude, that's what they want. It's kind of a big deal that Israel declared war on Iran. Like, we back Israel.
Right.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. But we've been talking about the same thing for months. Like, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Like, I don't know, dude.
The middle class is being completely consumed by inflation.
Yeah.
Do you think that, this might be a hard question, but do you think like our kids' lives are going to be better than ours growing up?
That is a hard question.
I'm not talking about devices and apps.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And I often think about that, and I don't have an answer for that because I don't know, not even our kids' lives, but think about all these people with all this inflation in the housing market. Think about these people that bought these shitty houses, or even not even shitty houses. They bought these okay houses, like normal houses, for like double or triple what they were worth.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody talks about even like JD Vance, we talked last night. We're going to fight, we're going to fight inflation and all this other crap. Say everything goes back to the way it was. Look at all these people that bought a house for 3 or 4 times what it's worth.
Yeah.
What about those people? I hope you like that fucking house.
I hope you really like it.
Like, I hope you like it that you're going to stay in it and die in it. You know what I mean? Because you're screwed. You're fucking screwed, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how to think or feel about that.
I don't think I don't want to be hyperbolic and say the American dream's dead, but it always used to leapfrog, like this generation's going to be better off than this generation.
Right.
But like, I feel like we're not better off than our grandparents were as far as opportunities and like just grocery costs versus take home costs.
Yeah.
Versus mortgage.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem better.
No.
And I'm pretty sure it's not better.
I don't think it is.
And I don't care who's president. I don't think 4 years of...
Yeah, and I don't know.
I think Donald Trump's going to make it marginally better.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if we're lucky, there's not going to be any huge wars. And if we're lucky, it'll slow down all the crazy spending. And if we unleash energy,
right,
everything should go down. But it's not going to just make everything better overnight.
Right. It's not going to get better overnight, and I
think we're cooked,
dude. That's I don't know what the end of the tunnel.
I hate to be black-pilled. Maybe it's because it's the winter arc started 2 days ago, but
yeah, I heard about that. I don't know exactly what the winter arc, what it actually means. Like I get the gist of it, but but yeah, I don't know where it goes because, like I said, like all I do, and I know a lot of people that bought houses in this crazy market. I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Hopefully refinance when the rates go down. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, what if you want to move? Nobody's paying you $400,000 for that 3-bedroom ranch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the market corrects, you know.
Yeah, if the interest rates go all the way back down to like 2%, maybe like COVID times.
It's not even that. I don't know. Like, I think wages have somewhat come up, but it's still not enough.
It's not nearly enough.
It's not enough. Like I said at the beginning of the year, like last year, I made the most money I've ever made in my entire life.
Didn't feel like it did it.
And what the fuck did I have to show for it? Mm-hmm. Some groceries, you know? Shit is expensive.
Like double.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. You know? I don't know. I think, if Trump gets in and fixes something, I think maybe the morale will be a little bit better collectively. I mean, people will still be pissed that he's president, but
right.
I think when you wake up and you feel like, damn, it's good to be an American, I think maybe that will come back. But like you said, that shit's not going to change overnight.
That part is in my bones, but
yeah.
I think more
how
people...
how we were just talking like we're fucking cooked. You know what I mean? I don't think we'll feel like that so much, but it'll still be like, fuck, it's.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on a never ending ruck march and I'm telling everybody we're almost there. But deep down, I'm like, we're cooked.
Right. Like maybe when Trump gets in, like they're going to take like 30 pounds out of your ruck, but we're still fucking marching. Yeah. Like maybe it's
that's exactly, like that's a good analogy for it. Yeah.
Maybe we're a little bit lighter.
I just, I don't see the off ramp.
Exactly.
Like, I don't see how it gets better.
And I don't know what the destination looks like.
No, I see it slowing down. Like, I don't think the bleed's going to stop. I think it's slowing down. And just, dude, putting tampons in boys' bathroom isn't going to fix it.
Right.
Like it doesn't need to be Democrat or Republican, but like you can't come to me with some shit like, I know you're hurting now, but with equity, we're going to fix this. Get that shit the fuck out of my face, homie. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just really black-pilled about it,
Yeah. But like you said, or like I said, I can't answer. I don't know if I would like to hope. You always hope that your kids are going to have it better than you.
Yeah.
But being real about it, I don't fucking know.
Right. It's an illusion though. It's like, oh, I never had a tablet. Okay.
Right.
Like, oh, I can never, message my teachers or my kids. My parents couldn't message my teachers in school. And like everything seems so like, so much like more futuristic and better. But
you know what?
Is it better?
You know what? We probably did have it better.
Oh, absolutely,
because
dude. We just did whatever we
here's
wanted.
the thing, like, and this is what sparked it. You talked about like messaging the teachers, like in real time, we can see how our kids are doing, right?
Yeah.
With this class dojo crap or what? I don't know, Erica.
I got huge breaks to get yelled at. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I got like 4 big breaks.
Like that fucking interim report came in. You're like, fuck, my night is gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then you hid the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right. And then
or change the score on a PDF.
Whatever, you know. We had some breaks. We had some good
breaks.
We had some good cruises, you know. And it's like, oh, report cards came out.
Yeah. And now these kids are like,
hey Tim, where's your report card? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Okay. Got lost in the mail. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, all right, real time.
Yeah.
Cole, why did you?
They know exactly what you did
We
that
just
day.
did your homework last night. Why in the fuck didn't you turn it in? Like,
yeah.
I
It
don't know.
seems better, but I don't think it's better.
Yeah.
That's why the 90s, like, I'm not claiming to be, I was born in 92, so it's not like I had my best years in the 90s, but the 90s really was the last decade, like the one that you could pick out, like that's the 80s, that's the 90s, that's the 70s.
You lived
like
more in the 90s than I lived in the 80s. So,
yeah, technically, but it really was like the last decade, as far as not like literally, but the one that you can tell the difference from, where now it's like, hey, remember the early 2000s or the 10s or the I don't know, dude.
I think we're cooked.
We're cooked. What do you think about that longshoreman strike?
So I don't know all the specifics about it, but it's gonna hurt, dude.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we didn't even have to worry about things coming in from other countries, whether they're going to get here?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So apparently they're going on strike because of automation. Did you know that?
I did read that. Now, I don't know the specifics. I don't know what they make. I don't know what they're asking for. Don't know. I know that they're worried about automation. Basically their job's not going to exist. And the shipping companies and everything are making record profits off of all this crap. And they're like, hey, I want a piece of the pie too. Good for them. Good for you. But
my initial reaction is like union. And then my secondary reaction after I stewed on it for a bit was like 70%.
Oh, they want 70%?
Yeah. Fact check that for me.
Okay.
But they seem like assholes, actually.
Really? Well, and it's a lot. It's not just like, oh.
Look, you can be pro-union and realize that other people are making bad decisions.
For sure.
And being greedy.
For sure.
Like, it doesn't have to be you union, me union, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, right. Well, it's the same thing about voting party lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same people that we work with that are in the IAFF that no matter what, we're going to vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter what this Democrat says or what they're going to vote for because they back the union. We got to back them. Mm-hmm. Like to me, that's nonsense.
It's capture. It's full capture. Dude.
I can't label myself a hardline Democrat or Republican. Mm-hmm. You got to lay somewhere in the middle and be, you have to face each issue as it goes. Let's see here. Strength. I sent you that thing talking about the IFF. They sent out an email or a questionnaire survey, I think earlier this year.
Yeah, wasn't it like in the spring or something?
In the spring. And dude, it was honestly, like I get it, but it was a terrible, it was a terrible survey. I don't want to subscribe to read. I don't want to do that. We
did gloss over the fact that Tim Walz said that he makes friends with school shooters.
Okay.
Or what did he say?
I didn't.
I became friends with school shooters.
Yeah.
He was obviously trying to say he was talking too fast. I became friends with victims of school shootings or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious. But the fact that he like what a screw up, man. You almost feel bad for him in a way where it's like, if I was up there, would I talk too fast and get nervous and say something like that.
Right. Dude,
but Trump's campaigning, like,
oh, for sure.
It says Trump, Vance, we are not friends with school shooters.
I mean, each side is out for blood, right? You got to get anything you can. I get it, but it's like, all right, let's see here. So the strike can cost as much as $5 billion per day. How much do they want?
But who's it costing?
Who knows? Now I know I did read that in anticipation for this strike, they started directing ships to the West Coast because this is just East Coast shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
the East Coast and the Gulf, I think.
So I don't know if this is more. I don't know how they're getting their numbers there. Okay, West Coast dock workers. So West Coast agreed to a new 6-year contract, included a 32% raise. That's what the West Coast got.
That's a lot. Am I wrong? 32%. Wait, 32% in 6 years?
Probably over
6 years.
Probably over 6 years.
Okay. Not that crazy then.
That's talking about UPS. I can't find it yet, Jay.
Well, more black pill stuff. Social Security is going to be insolvent by 2032. So that's fun.
Social Security.
Yeah.
20. Damn it.
It was never meant to be a retirement plan. Everybody gets mad at me when I say that, but it's true.
Wow. Okay. So you were close. So they make a base salary of $81,000 per year. Now, granted, this was their opening offer.
Okay.
Their opening offer was 77% over 6 years.
Which they know they're not going to get.
Which, listen. So for contract negotiations, you got to come swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
If you want to hit a home run, you got to swing for the fence. And this is what this is what I tell people when I've seen some people that want to negotiate and they're like, we're going to just go with this.
Because I think they'll take
that. It's negotiating for a reason, right? It's all about give and take, So remember that if you want to hit a home run, you got to swing for the fences. You don't just lay down a base hit and you just get on base and maybe score a run. Maybe.
It's also referred to as the big ask.
Yeah. You got to do it. So if you're going to sit down at the table, swing for the fences. Okay. Let's see here.
Clip it and quote it.
Somebody
once told me the world was gonna roll me.
Okay. So Monday evening, the Alliance offered 50% raises over 6 years and pledged to keep limits on automation in place from the old contract.
Dude, in 6 years, they're going to be like, yeah, we're doing robots.
Yeah. See ya. You also, when swinging for the fences, don't want to negotiate yourself out of a job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's tactics. There's art. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think it's going to suck. It's whatever. Did
you see the thing I shared on Facebook about
which one?
Fluoride?
Briefly, yeah.
Federal court told the EPA they had to regulate the amount of fluoride going into the water. Mm-hmm. There's an acceptable limit.
Yeah.
And whichever one they've been using is too much.
Really?
Dude. It pisses me off. Way before I even was talking on a microphone, people are like, fluoride's causing lower IQ in children and impaired brain development and stuff like that.
No kidding.
And they're like, meh, meh, meh. And now they're like, no, it actually is. You can't give people freaking you can't give kids a bunch of fluoride.
So,
but they're putting them in vitamins. The pediatrician we go to, not demands, but pretty much says you're messed up if you don't give your kid fluoride vitamins. But it actually lowers IQ in children. And a federal freaking court has told the EPA.
Did you ever give your kid fluoride vitamins?
The first kid.
I'm going to tell you what, I don't feel bad now for never filling that script.
Yeah. Nursing water.
Okay. We gave him that.
Yeah. That's you know why it's called nursing water?
It's got milk in it?
No. It's water with extra fluoride in it.
Fuckers.
And then you type in fluoride in children anywhere, and it'll say, "Don't give fluoride to kids because it causes impaired brain development."
Like, that's facts.
That is facts.
God,
that is completely proven.
Well,
it's
you know
not a
what?
conspiracy theory. It is the only chemical that I won't say the government, because if you look on this court ruling, they're very careful. It doesn't say the government puts fluoride in people's water. It says communities. Just pull it up. It says, or the synopsis of it. It says communities voluntarily add fluoride to 75% of. It's like 75% of communities add fluoride to their water or whatever. Out of anything they can give you to benefit you, why is making your teeth marginally better something that we decide to do?
I mean, fluoride's in toothpaste, right?
Yeah. Why is ingesting fluoride something that we're like, oh, thank you? I saw something yesterday that was like in the 1950s. I think it was the 50s. The FDA had approved 700 food ingredients. Now we're at thousands of ingredients, right? The EU or Europe, is still at 700 because, like, Canada, you know, you love Canada so much.
Just the gravy.
Dude, like the Fruit Loops up there have like 6 ingredients in them, you know, because they're not allowed to.
Okay.
They're not allowed to put this crap that kills you.
You know what's
like
crazy?
Pesticides.
You know what's freaking. I don't understand. Like, okay, so when we go to Canada, right, we get some, like, on our list, we get ketchup chips and we get pickle chips, right? Now you can buy pickle chips here, like from Lay's. The ones in Canada taste so much better
because there isn't a bunch of preservative crap in it, dude.
The ketchup chips up there are so good. I don't get it
because it's literally poison. God. When people used to say food was poison, I thought they meant like if you eat too much junk food, you get fat and that's bad for you.
Right.
But there's actually poison in it.
They got rat poison in it.
Like, it's really bad.
No shit.
And we're kind of captured because it's like, well, I'm hungry. I still need to eat.
Was there some big new, listen, I was in Canada. I'm checked out. I'm cooked. Was there some big thing? I heard somebody talking the other day at work about chemicals and food. Was there some big revelation recently?
There's a lot of, I don't know if there's some big revelation.
I've always heard that, but like, I don't know, maybe somebody saw a documentary and like,
it's been
threw everything out of my fridge and blah, 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 blah.
I don't know.
Like, you didn't know that?
It's been going crazy with like, Bobby Kennedy Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard and all these people doing the Make America Healthy Again. And they're like, dude, their biggest talking points talking about that is like how females are having like periods 6 years sooner.
Really?
Than they used to, and the all the rates in childhood diabetes and everything is just through the roof, dude.
Right.
Cancer, crazy.
Even like autism and everything else.
Yeah.
Crazy. They said it was the vaccines. Maybe.
I think food's 90% of it.
Well, look at me. I have low testosterone, which I'm almost 40, but I deep dive into the Reddits or whatever. And I even talk to other people, and people in their early 20s have like super low testosterone. I mean, I think it's attributed to the foods we eat. The foods we eat and the food that our parents ate. Yeah. I mean, it's gotta be, it's genetic. It's really terrible. Bad. And, it's probably, and I don't know why, but maybe it's why people, think that they're other people, Yeah. I don't know. No, because they're putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay. Exactly. Which is, basically true. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why this generation is a bunch of pussies. I think so. Go get your fucking teeth checked and go rage. I think that's why young men are, especially like athletic men, are
going more conservative. You know what's weird that they think that people lift are like far right.
Yeah.
Or people that work out. I think it's once you realize that you take your health in your own hands and you do all this hard work and you're trying to get healthy. And then the other people, they're like, yeah, but you should just pay for me to get all these surgeries and all this other crap because I don't want to do that. I just want to eat. They're like, I don't want to pay for that. I'm just gonna. They just start going more right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy, freaking crazy. People are predisposed to low T, autism, all the isms.
Are you reading some, or are you just saying?
I was. No, that was for me.
Oh,
quote me. Anyway, we're cooked, dude. It's just
we're super cooked.
It's terrible, man.
I think it's by design, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
one of the big things they talk about is this is like one of RFK Jr.'s talking points. He's not the only person to say it, but he's talking about how the tobacco companies were cooked back in the day. And all the people that work for them, they put all their money towards food, and they worked with their scientists that made tobacco as addicting as possible to make food addicting as possible. And especially for children, because you got to create patience.
Right.
And they work with healthcare, if you want to call it that. And I'm not the first person to say that they don't fix you.
Right.
They treat symptoms because they would make no money if they just cured you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hate, dude, the whole big pharma and the insurance companies, it's all a sham, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a sham. I don't know if I talked about it. Did I talk about Tyler's EpiPen on one of the shows?
Something. No, I don't know about one of the shows.
So he has food allergies and he has an EpiPens, and God knows they're super expensive, right?
Yeah.
The auto injectors. So my drug insurance has an app that you can check drug cost. Cool. So I got on there looking because I knew he needed EpiPens. So I found his strength and an EpiPen kit for $25. I'm like, oh, and it was like off brand or what? I don't know, whatever. But it was on the list, right? $25. Cool. Take it to his doctor and say, hey, can he have this in lieu of the EpiPen, the
auto injector,
or the actual brand name EpiPen. Yeah. EpiPen Junior. She goes, yeah, certainly. So she types it in, orders it. Insurance denies it. Said it needs pre-authorization, whatever. So the doctor called him, talked to him, said, yep, get this one. They still denied it and made us get the expensive one. So you can't even get ahead by getting, whatever drugs you want. You have to take whatever your insurance company says that you can take, which is complete
I was just
bullshit.
Listening to a guy talk about this yesterday. He said these systems are set up for insurance companies. The hospitals are designed to talk to how CVS is, how they're going to get paid from CVS and how they're going to get paid from this. They're not designed to actually take the patient in consideration.
Yeah,
he said most of these softwares, these systems are 30 years old because they're only remotely talking to like CVS and, whoever, because they just want to get paid.
Right.
So they're, they send it through the stratosphere of here's what he needs.
Right.
We'll pay for that. Okay. We're going to do that. It's bullshit, dude.
Well, and the other thing that's bullshit is, people tout how good our insurance is at work, and it's horseshit. But and the reason that it's horseshit is because our insurance dictates what's covered and what's not, right? Like Tyler had speech therapy, right? And in our plan, it's like, yeah, we cover speech therapy, but not his specific diagnosis. So instead of my out-of-pocket costs going to his deductible, it doesn't go towards the deductible at all. And it's just out of fucking pocket costs. That's at an accelerated rate because it's not covered under insurance. And it's like, how can you pick and choose what the fuck you're going to cover?
Mm-hmm.
It's speech therapy is not fucking elective. Okay.
Right.
I didn't say, you know what? I think he's going to have speech difficulties. So,
we love going to doctors.
Yeah, we fucking love going to doctors.
We love paying them.
It's fucking bullshit that somebody behind a desk or whatever can be like, oh, that's covered. Oh, that's not covered.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a more expensive option that is covered.
Yeah, it's probably because that condition is more common. So they can put in the headline, we cover speech therapy except for this one because we're going to get killed on that one.
Yeah. Speaking of this whole thing, I saw something on who makes the brand name for the semaglutide?
Wegovy, Ozempic?
Yeah, it was one of them.
I really want to rant about that, but I feel like I'm going to get a bunch of people in trouble. Let's go ahead.
But anyway, I was they said that they were talking about, taking it off of the shortage list because that's how they can compound them and make them cheaper because they're on a shortage list. And they talked about, ramping up production, but they talked about cost too. And they said that they didn't want to make it too cheap because then it won't be on this preferred list for insurance. And then they won't carry it anymore. Because I guess that same company did it with their insulin, like made it cheap. And insurance companies took it off their tier, like this tiered list. So now people couldn't get it.
What?
Yeah. So they have to make it profitable enough.
Do you know where that comes from? Where semaglutide comes from? Check it. I think it's one of the Scandinavian countries, but it's like $4 over there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Lizard venom? What?
Don't tell people what they're actually putting in their body.
That's what it said.
Yeah. They don't want to know. Fact check. I don't know why I keep thinking Newfoundland, but I know that's not like Norway or Sweden, but that keeps popping up. It's one of those. I think it's like.
Is it actually what it's derived from or where it's actually made?
No, where it's made. Like who originally patented it. I believe it's a Scandinavian country. They are making an absolute killing.
Oh, for sure. I'm on Wiki.
For anybody out there who's going to take Ozempic or semaglutide or Wegovy, it makes you sick. So don't take it before you call 911 and then tell them you're sick.
Pro tip. Come on.
You really can't find what country it's from?
I feel like I typed in the wrong thing. I'm usually the Googler.
Yeah. Novo Nordisk, Danish pharmaceutical.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Denmark, eh?
Yeah, so let's see. Semaglutide is a drug developed by researchers and manufactured by Novo Nordisk, a Danish pharmaceutical company. Produces semaglutide at its facilities in Denmark and the United States. So I saw somebody talking about this. They're set to make so many billions of dollars. And something just tells me that they're the same kind of people that got us all fat in the first place.
Probably.
But, I mean, it's originally for... How does it help diabetics? I know how it helps fat people, but wasn't it meant for diabetics?
Yeah.
Is it so they don't eat?
Probably.
So they
something
don't...
about insulin resistance and something like that.
Is it so they don't keep spiking their insulin?
Probably. I mean, type 2 diabetics are type 2 diabetics because they eat like shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, right?
Right.
Type 2 diabetes can be cured by not eating shit, I think.
Pretty sure.
From what I've heard.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a type 1 diabetic, you're just fucking screwed. Your pancreas hates you. Whatever.
You can get another pancreas.
Can you get a pancreas transplant? Is that a thing?
Yeah. I found that out kind of like the embarrassingly hard way.
Oh.
When I asked somebody, like
I'm asking you right now.
Well, I asked a person that I needed to know medical things from.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, are you, I've had I've had a pancreas transplant, and they had said something about being a diabetic, and I'm like talking about type 1 or type 2, and they're like, I'm not a diabetic anymore, or I'm not a type 1 diabetic anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I've had a pancreas transplant. I'm like,
that's a thing, huh?
oh,
The more you know. Anyway, dude, I'm tired of talking about dumb shit. Let's talk about All That Remains.
Yeah, that was fun. Except for I don't want to bash Megadeth.
I'm going to.
Actually, I don't even want to bash 90% of their fans. I think it.
Listen.
It was just like.
Here's how it went down. Me and Jerrod went to see All That Remains in Cleveland.
Yeah.
At the Masonic Temple or whatever it's called.
Cleveland Live.
Yeah. Anyway, we go there. You've never seen All That Remains either, right?
Nope.
Okay. First time seeing All That Remains. I grew up with All That Remains. It was kind of one of the first metal bands we started listening to. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. We get there. Show starts at 7, right? We get there a little bit earlier. It's an older place. It's cool.
Pretty big place.
Cool venue.
All brick.
It was cool. Anyway, we actually had seats. We were not in the pit. All right. We're kind of on this mezzanine. Still good seats, though. We were like front row on this mezzanine. Nobody in front of us. Cool. Said the show, they were opening for Megadeth. Cool. Not really into Megadeth, but whatever.
Not really not into them either.
Not into them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bash them. But I was there for All That Remains. That's who I was there to see.
Absolutely.
So we're chilling, Jerrod's drinking beatboxes or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Having a good time. The show said it started at 7. So like at 6:58, I got out of my seat. Like I stood up. Nothing happened. So anyway, I sit back down. Show started about like 7:30, 7:20, 7:30. Anyway,
it was.
So
I was drunk.
So there was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was full.
It was a full audience or whatever. So I stood up. I felt like I was the only one standing in the whole thing.
Yeah, I was sitting.
Jerrod was still sitting
for the first song.
For the first song,
which was 2 weeks, I believe.
No.
The first song, wasn't it 2 weeks?
The last song was 2 weeks.
What was the first song?
Now Watch Them Tremble.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway,
that's a half song.
So, just to kind of set the stage even more, the Addams family was sitting behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Straight out the trailer, man. I'm not judging.
We're from a trailer.
I know. I'm trailer trash. But anyway, I'm just setting the stage.
Yep.
Nothing against them. Until
there's a little bit against them.
Yeah, but they're sitting behind us. Like, and it's like what do you call that? Like, is it stadium seating? Like,
yeah, it's like a step up. So
everybody is behind you. Is a little bit higher. You can look
over somebody's head. Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm standing up, dude. I'm rocking out. Drunk Jerrod says, "Dude, just sit down." I'm like, "Fuck you! I paid more for my fucking ticket. I'm enjoying the show, and I'm vibing, dude. Fucking just,
I said sit down between songs. I wasn't like in.
Yeah. Well,
I wasn't like get up or
guess what?
Sit down.
They played like 6 songs, and I stood for every one of them. Just rocking out. And apparently, what's his name? Pugsley. Oh yeah, Pugsley.
I heard him was
saying some shit.
It was in between songs, and Phil Labonte was just talking, and they were still like looking around Tim, like, and he goes, the audacity or whatever. And I told Tim, and Tim was like, fuck. He said, what'd you say? I paid good money for these seats. Fuck them. I was like, you're right. I'm going to stand up the whole time too. Fuck them.
Oh, it was terrible, man. I'm glad I got to see
Honestly,
all that.
I wouldn't I could give 2 shits about the people behind us.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah, I don't care. I pissed them off, whatever. But
nobody's standing was really weird.
95% of the people were sitting down.
And the other 5% were standing up in the pit because they didn't have a seat.
Yeah, exactly. But the pit might as well have been sitting down too, because
I saw just that little bit of video, and I think like the very first row of the pit, people were cool. Like the very first line.
We all know how cameras work, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
You can make anything seem.
I can put lightning in my hands right now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Pow. Fireball. Anyway.
Dude, can you like... Oh, we don't have our middle camera.
That's going to take me 3 hours to do.
Anyway, I enjoyed the show. I'm disappointed in the Megadeth crowd. And nothing against Megadeth. I'm sure they have some awesome... Well, we saw them at Inc. Right? Yeah.
And they were good.
They were good. You know, cool.
They're the top 4 for a reason.
But...
The big 4, whatever they call them.
The Megadeth crowd in Cleveland, Ohio... Y'all need to do better.
I think it was like a tribal thing. I bet there was people that are like, this song rocks, and nobody, like, they didn't see anybody around. They're like, all right. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, if you're at a metal show, get your freak on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're at any show, I don't care. It
felt weird.
It's all about that. Like, and I'm all the whole, don't hold your cell phone up. Live in the moment. If you want to fucking live in the moment, fucking rock out, man. And there was this dude, I didn't catch his name, but he was right beside us. It was his first metal show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shout out to him because I know he follows us now. But like he was jamming too, man. Yeah. And he probably didn't know. He wanted to get up and...
Yeah, it's way weird to sit down.
It is, man. Get up and let
There's something weird about being in stadium style seats. I don't know how people do that.
I felt like I was going to fall.
Yeah.
Like if I would have been drunk, I would have fucking went.
Mm-hmm.
I would have crowd surfed you over that fucking rail.
I thought about just walking down there.
Probably could have. Anyway, all in all, it was a cool show. I'm glad I got to see him. But yeah, Cleveland, Ohio, do better. Not Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I mean.
Yeah, not Cleveland, Ohio.
Megadeth fans.
I mean, they were obviously Megadeth fans, right? Because there was only 2 bands playing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. They had to be. They're all wearing Megadeth
If we ever go back there, we're going to the pit. Yeah, and the audacity. To wear the band shirt of the people you're going to see. That's stupid.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
That is the thing. It shouldn't be a thing.
Don't do it.
Don't do it around me.
Yeah, Jerrod will say something.
I'll get in your face.
I'll say something on the podcast.
I'll put my hand on your chest.
No, he won't.
Probably not.
He won't.
I'll take a picture of you and laugh at you.
Anyway.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Did you have fun in Canada?
Dude, I had a blast in Canada. It was fucking hot. It was so hot. Fishing took a while to figure out, but it was good. Caught some good fish. We'll post some pictures up. Fucking like me, just like fucking hold fish. It was sweet. No, it's always a good time up in Canada. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'd want to live in Canada, but visiting's okay.
Yeah, dude. They don't have any like.
The guy at the border asked me 20 questions this time, trying to get in. Man.
Sorry. Are they all like that or no? Is that just a gross simplification of them being like, sorry that I'm asking you so many questions, eh?
I would say some people are like that, but not all of them. Some people are just...
There's some patriots up there, aren't there?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think they fantasize about America because, like, they fucking live in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And some of their laws are like I think they fantasize about some of the freedoms we have, like the guns. Like they can't fucking have pistols up there.
Dude, they're just 5 years ahead of us.
Probably.
They're like
weed's totally legal up there.
Yeah. I think they're about 2 Democrat presidencies ahead of us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. Like I don't know. They still party up there.
Well, yeah.
They like to have a good time.
What else are you going to do? Drink your Molsons and shoot your beers? Bears.
Moose.
Your beaver.
Your Mooses. A moose in the hoose.
How many big arches did you eat?
Dude, just one. But that motherfucker was good, dude.
Why don't you tell people what a big arch is?
Dude, it's like
without drooling.
What was it? It was like kind of like a Big Mac, but there wasn't the bread in the middle. So like a double quarter pounder maybe with the white American cheese, some mac sauce and like French fried onions on it. God, it was so good.
Not 100% Canadian beef, from what I hear.
That's true. Locally sourced, by the way, from Canada.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, eh? But yeah, no, that guy at the border, dude, I've never had him ask me so many questions.
What were you doing up there, bud? Did he say that?
No, he didn't even have an accent.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he American?
Dude, he could pass for an American. I'm just saying.
They're so close.
Yeah, he definitely could. He didn't have an accent. Sometimes you get the people that like, I'm sure he spoke French because I think they kind of have to up there. But you can usually tell, like, if sometimes they'll speak French to you, just fucking with you, knowing like the big bonjour. I'm like, what's up, bonjour?
How about Hulk Hogan, motherfucker?
Steve Austin. Just crack open some beers. What are you doing?
No, it's okay. I'm American.
Yeah, it's fine. We do this.
Yeah.
Austin 316.
You'd be speaking American too if we'd known you had oil.
Oh, you speak American? Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Why is the queen all over your money?
I still don't. I've tried to look that up and I can't follow it. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
You don't know?
Yeah, but it's not just her. Like there's I don't want to get this wrong. There's Asian descent people on their money as well. It just, I don't know. They're funny money. I call it funny money. It's all plasticky and
get some French fries and flapjacks.
French fries and gravy, bro. Poutine
I
or poutine. I don't know, dude. It's fucking good, though.
Well, let's get out here before we insult their whole country a little bit
sorry.
more.
I'm sorry, Canada. Let me back.
All right, we're done yapping, guys. Tim, you got anything you want to shout out? Anything that's on your mind? You just want to...
We're going to get through this, even though we're cooked. We'll get through it.
No, we're not. But we're cooked, and just remember, you don't have to like your country. Sorry, I'll say that again. Just remember, you can love your country and hate your government. Okay?
You can also hate your government and work for your government at the same time.
Yeah, anti-government, but work for your government club.
Yeah, there's a club.
Yeah, we're in it. So, all right, Tim, y'all good?
Later.
Later.